Hi guys, Dr. Holly here. We're in week 5 of the New Year's Revolution Challenge, and I'm here today to talk about week 5 homework. I decided that this week I think it's a good time for us to talk about the power of positivity. We're in week 5 of the challenge, so we can't quite see the end yet, right? And it's not the beginning. Sometimes this is kind of a point where people start to feel a little bit low. They tend to kind of say, wow, I'm going to have to do this for how many more weeks? And it tends to kind of be a downer. So I think this is a perfect week for us to talk about the power of positivity. So that's going to be our homework assignment. So what is positivity? Positivity is a whole range of positive emotions. So it's love and joy, amusement, happiness, all of those types of emotions that we feel. And many of you know from classes and things that I've done in the past that positivity can have a tremendous impact on your body. It's something that we think about in our mind, but it absolutely has an effect on our body. Things like being positive has been shown in science to increase our immune function. People who are positive have less colds, which is a great thing. It can lower blood pressure. It can decrease inflammation in the body. There's a lot of studies that have shown a connection, a real connection between what you're thinking and thinking positive thoughts and having a general kind of optimistic attitude, and then physical changes. And also a big one is people who are positive tend to be very open-minded and be able to be more creative and can kind of think outside the box and can problem solve. When you're going through a transformation is critical, right? Because we come up with barriers and problems all the time. And if you're open-minded and can think of solutions, you're way more likely to stay on track. So that's even a direct reason why being positive could have had a really good impact on ultimately you achieving your goals in this New Year's Revolution Challenge. So we're going to work on some things to help increase our positivity. You know, people tend to be, I think, a little bit either on the negative side, and I like to kind of call them defeatist, or on the positive side, and they're more of an optimist. But regardless of where you are, whether you kind of consider yourself on that negative side or whether you consider yourself on that positive side, you can do things to change that. You can do things to move yourself more toward that positive side. So we're going to have 2 homework assignments this week that's going to help us do that. And these are 2 of my favorite homework assignments. Some of the Status Slimmers have done them before, but you should revisit them. This is one of those things that you got to kind of check in every now and then. I always say you got to kind of tend your garden. You know, you may creep and start to become a little bit more negative in some area. And by using these 2 homework assignments, you can move a little bit toward the positive. One of the things I want you to keep in mind when you're going through a transformation is you can concentrate on all the great things that you get to do, all the new experiences and how this is going to impact your life in a positive way, or you can concentrate on all the things you don't get to do and all the things you're having to give up and how miserable you are that you no longer can do A, B, C, or D because you're trying to change something. And that's really the key. You can make this transformation, this revolution, a great thing and see it from a positive, or you can actually absolutely make yourself miserable and say, wow, I don't get to do all these things that I want to do. That's your choice. That's your perception. That's something you absolutely have control over. So our homework is going to kind of have 2 exercises where you can practice moving yourself toward that positivity. One last thing before I get to the homework, and I get this question all the time, is, you know, if I'm a positive person, does that mean bad things don't happen? And that's absolutely not true. Bad things happen to positive people or people who tend to be on the negative side. The difference is how they handle it. People who have a lot of positivity and tend to be more optimistic will still have bad things happen. They'll still feel negative emotions, but they tend to feel them, move through them, and come through the situation quicker, stronger, and feeling better. They tend to bend in those situations instead of break. So it's not about not feeling negative emotions. It's not about never having anything bad happen to you. It really is about dealing with those emotions in a different way and moving through those situations, those bumps in the road that I like to call them, a little bit easier and being able to bend with them instead of break. So that's the real power, I think, of positivity, is how you get through your life when those things happen. So I will see you in a few minutes. I'm going to give you 2 great homework assignments. Things are going great this week for me, and I'll give you an update also in a few minutes. But let me know how you're doing. I want to see the vision boards posted from last week, and then tell me exactly how these homework assignments work for you in positivity, and give me some examples of where positivity really has changed your life. So see y'all later. Bye.